Hey everyone, how y'all doing, and welcome back to another meta guide. So we already covered the Great League. Now we are on to the Open Ultra League, which is running alongside Great League and Master League. But yeah, the Open Ultra League, my favorite league. I absolutely love it. And we have some new Pokemon to play with this season, so it's going to be really exciting. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So for the S rank, we got some familiar faces, a lot of them. Galarian Moltres is definitely going to dominate as the #1 spot. This is a fantastic Pokemon. Sucker Punch and Fly for sure. Most of the time I've been seeing Payback. Obviously you could run Brave Bird. I like the Payback for the coverage, but Brave Bird is a great nuke as well. But yeah, Galarian Moltres just absolutely dominates. It is kind of difficult to get, but it's been out for a while, so hopefully you have one. Absolutely fantastic. Then we have Corviknight, another fan favorite with that Sand Attack, Air Cutter, Payback combination. Great Pokemon all around. And really good safe swap as well, especially since we have the Belly Bolt nerf. We're not going to have a lot of electric types in this meta that are really going to be able to hard punish the Corviknight. Then we have Lapras, another one with the Psywave, Sparkling Area. And then you could go Ice Beam or Skull Bash. Probably going to go with the Ice Beam more often than not, just for the nice ice coverage, obviously against the Dragon types, which are going to be in this meta. But yeah, I mean, great Pokemon, great bulky Pokemon. A Pokemon that's receiving an update. It used to be really good. It kind of fell off, but I think it's going to come back. I think it's going to shine. I think Jellicent is going to shine in the Open Ultra League compared to the Great League, and that is going to be Shadow Ball. It is faster to get the Shadow Ball now compared to how it has been, so definitely with the Hex Shadow Ball, really strong coverage move, and then of course the Surf. Really good Pokemon. I really do think Jellicent is going to be top meta in the Ultra League, no doubt about it. And then we have Empoleon. So Empoleon with the Metal Sound, great pick with the Hydro Cannon and the Drill Peck. Unfortunately, I don't have a good Shadow Piplup, so I'm not building one yet. But I can't use the Shadow one as of right now. But, you know, the regular one still is really strong as well. We've seen a lot in the previous season. We'll see it a lot in this season as well. Florges as well, a really great Fairy type. Fairy, Wind, and Chilling Water for sure, the Community Day move. And then you could go Moonblast or Trailblaze. I see Trailblaze more than Moonblast, though, even in the Ultra League. And then we have the Feraligatr, especially the Shadow one. I like Shadow Feraligatr a lot. Shadow Claw, Hydro Cannon, Ice Beam, super powerful move combination. And now we have Fortress. So you could run Bug Bite, you could run Volt Switch. I feel like in the Ultra League, Volt Switch is the way to go. And then you have the Rock Tomb, which is super powerful. Obviously it debuffs the opponent as well. And then I would say going for the Earthquake too. Couple dragons next. We have Regidrago. So Regidrago was technically nerfed. It was nerfed and buffed at the same time, right? It does take longer to get to the Dragon Energy, which is unfortunate, but it's getting Vice Grip, which is better than Hyper Beam. So Vice Grip getting that buff this season, so gonna help out the Regidrago. So it's still gonna definitely see some play for sure. Then we have Kyurem. I love this. This is probably my favorite dragon in this meta because the Dragon Breath damage, getting to that Glaciate really fast, and obviously the debuff. All in all, great Pokemon. The A rank, we do have Clefable. Clefable has Medium Ash and Moonblast, and also Swift, but you probably want the Medium Ash in the Ultra League. Gastrodon, Mudslap was not nerfed, so Gastrodon going to be the best Mudslap user in this Ultra League meta. Absolutely love using it. Virizion is also a fantastic Pokemon too. Yeah, I mean, it gets to those Sacred Swords really fast. Leaf Blade is probably the moveset of choice. It does have Stone Edge too, but I personally like Leaf Blade and Sacred Sword. Lickilicky receiving the Shadow Ball buff. Love to see it. So roll out with the Shadow Ball buff combination and Body Slam. Going to be higher up on the tier list, I feel like. Lickilicky definitely going to benefit a lot. Togekiss is just fantastic all around. It has play against its enemies, like, you know, Steel types, right, because of the Aura Spear. Dazzling Gleam of Psyshock. I like Dazzling Gleam in the Ultra League, Psyshock more in the Great League. But yeah, fantastic Pokemon. Love Togekiss ever since it received that Peck buff as well as the Aura Spear buff. And then we have Ludicolo. This is another new one, which is getting Weatherball Water, but also Astonish. I think this one, Ludicolo, I actually have an Ultra League Ludicolo built that I built for the Ultra League. I built it for the Weather Cup, the Ultra League Weather Cup, and now I have it. I could use it. Let's go. I'm definitely going to be using this for the Ultra League, no doubt about it. Then we have Wolverine. Wolverine receiving a buff of how it used to be. It used to be really good. Powder Snow. And then Icicle Spear. It's going back to how it used to be, which is pretty wild. So it's going to be cool to see Wolverine and Shadow Wolverine ready to go again in the Ultra League. I liked that meta when it was around, so it'll be cool to see it again. Malamar. So Malamar, I forgot to mention it in the Great League meta guide, but Foul Play is doing more damage now. So that does help out Malamar, of course. So Malamar definitely going to be that much more stronger, right? Zygarde complete. You all know Zygarde. Zygarde's not receiving any nerf this season. The Dragon Tail's going to be able to get to the moves. It has Crunch, it has Bulldoze, it has Earthquake, it has Outrage. I like the Outrage Crunch combination. Earthquake is good too. But yeah, fantastic Pokemon. Hopefully they release it like during the Kalos Tour, or like they release another one so more people can get it, because it is difficult to get. You have to get all those cells. And then we have Shadow Dust Noir, or the regular one. I like the Shadow one, but the regular one works as well. And yeah, I mean, that powerhouse Pokemon, you know, Astonish, you know, Shadow Punch, Dynamic Punch. It does have Shadow Ball. I could see an argument for Shadow Ball. It is a legacy move in the Ultra League. But you know, you could, it really depends, but you know, Shadow Ball obviously hitting harder than Shadow Punch, but Shadow Punch getting to it faster. The B rank, we have Oranguru. Oranguru is really bulky in the Ultra League, so I do think it has a lot of play in the Ultra League. Toucannon or Shadow Toucannon, love it. Oh, the community day. Yeah, this thing has Peck, Beak Blast, which is the community day move, and then it has Drill Peck, so really strong stuff. Really strong stuff. So it's really cool to see Toucannon with some love, right? We're going to move on to Doublade. Doublade receiving Shadow Claw and Sacred Sword this season. Absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, I do not have a good one. So you will not be seeing me use Doublade anytime soon, I don't think. It also has to be XL'd, and then you want an XL Edgy Slash, you know, as well for the Great League. So it's going to be tough to get it, but you know, maybe some people have it. And then we have Blastoise, Rollout User, Hydro Cannon, and then Skull Bash or Ice Beam. You know, similar to Lapras, Pikachu's. Galiciopod, Great Safe Swap, has Fury Cutter, right? Giratina. So Giratina altered was nerfed because of Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak is taking more energy, right? But it's doing more damage, so it's like give or take, right? So, you know, we'll see how it works, but the Dragon Breath Giratina I still think is definitely going to be good because it does have the bulk to it. And then Cresselia. Cresselia, definitely Confusion Cresselia because it does get to the moves faster. And then I like Grass Knot Moonblast on Cresselia. Tinkaton. Tinkaton is one that might be a little bit difficult to get. Maybe not. It was at the recent Wild Area event in eggs, so you know, maybe you have the XLs. I don't have quite enough, but I'm getting there. But I do have a rank 7, so really cool, really powerful Pokemon. I love this Pokemon. Fairy Wind Bulldoze. Bulldoze not the strongest move in the game, but play rough. Nice typing as well. Steel Fairy. Then we have Credilli, which of course you all know Credilli, with the Acid, Rock Tomb. You debuff the opponent, right? Grass Knot, great Pokemon. Then we have Turtonator. Turtonator in the other options. Turtonator is does get to the Brutal Swings really fast. So if you have a good one for the Ultra League, I do not. But if you do, that's awesome. Mandibuzz Foul Play was buffed, and of course Mandibuzz is super bulky. Guzzlord is another Dragon type. Most of the time when you see Guzzlord, the charge attacks are going to be Brutal Swing, Sludge Bomb, Runerikus. I just recently, this season, or last season, built my Runerikus, which is really cool. And it has Rock Tomb as well, which is a great move, right? And then in the Ultra League, instead of Brutal Swing, you probably go with the heavy hitting Shadow Ball. Aurorus with the powerful Powder Snow Weather Ball, so Powder Snow receiving that buff, right? And then, of course, has Meaty Beam. Belly Bolt. So Belly Bolt is being nerfed. We don't know exactly on the exact nerf for Parabolic Charge. If it's only one extra fast move to get to it, I still think Belly Bolt is going to have some play because it's still bulky. So if it's like 6 Thunder Shocks to get to Parabolic Charge instead of 5, I still think Belly Bolt is going to be good. I know everyone wants to not see Belly Bolt at all, and I get it. But we'll have to see. You know, if they could nerf it a lot harder than that. I think that's probably going to be the assumption. But I still think it has some play, though. I still think it has some play. And then Armored Mewtwo. Armored Mewtwo is very difficult to get. I get it. But Confusion, Dynamic Punch, Psyshock, really good after that Confusion buff. Hopefully, for the 10th anniversary next year, they do bring it back. And then we have Samurott. So Samurott, the Fury Cutter, Hydro Cannon combination, Steelix, Thunderfang. Definitely want Thunderfang, especially with all the water types. Talonflame is a good Pokemon. But there's so many water types. I just feel like it's kind of difficult. Like, usually when I battle a Talonflame in the Ultra League, a lot of times I'm like, okay, my team, I have 2, maybe 3 Pokemon that do well against it. You know, so Talonflame I feel like does struggle in that regard. But if it gets on a good matchup or a neutral matchup, it is good. So it is a good Pokemon. Then we have Galarian Weezing, or the Shadow version of Galarian Weezing. And we have Scizor, or Shadow Scizor. I like the Shadow one. Moving on to the solid team options. The first team is going to be the team I hit Legend with last season, which is going to be Shadow Scizor. And then Zygote Complete and Bellibolt. Yes, Bellibolt, even with the nerf, I still think it's going to be useful. So I did want to include this team. And on the Zygote, I ran Crunch and Outrage. You could replace the Zygote with another Dragon type, like Kyurem or Regidrago. You could try Regidrago, see how it works because of that Vice Grip it gets now. But yeah, Bellibolt, again, like if Parabolic Charge is nerfed a lot harder than we expect it to be, this may not be the best, but you know, I do think this team is going to have some play, and it helped me out a lot. Next team is going to be Kyurem in the lead with Corviknight, and then Shadow Dusknoir. You could put Shadow Dusknoir in the lead if you want to, just because I feel like Galarian Moltres is going to be more common in the back. So if you want to put that Dusknoir in the lead and have Kyurem in the back, you could do that. Next up after that, we have Toucannon. We have a triple buffed team, Toucannon. Well, Toucannon technically wasn't buffed this season, but it is new. So Toucannon with the Peck, Drill Peck, Beak Blast. Love it. Can't wait to try it. And then we have Ludicolo as well with the Astonish, which of course is going to do well against ghost types, right? Because super effective at Astonish damage. And then we have Lickilicky, which will do well against the Moltres, which Ludicolo doesn't really like just because Astonish is resisted. Next up, we have Credilli in the lead with 2 Pokemon that do well against fighting types. If you happen to see a fighting type like Bangor, which I didn't include on the list, Annihilate, you could see those. So Jellicent, of course, does well. And then, so it's Togekiss against that. But Credilli does not. Could be a fun team to use, for sure. And then next up, we have Empoleon in the lead with Florges. I see that combination a lot. Empoleon and then Florges. And then I have Regidrago as well. I think Florges can make a pretty good safe swap if you're going Trailblaze, as well as Chilling Water. And then the final team will be Doublade. Do you have the XL Doublade? I don't. Galarian Moltres and Lickilicky. But yeah, let me know what you think of these early teams. Let me know what team you plan on running and league you plan on playing in. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.